wonderful and beautiful good morning to you from anywhere it is you are listening to me this morning. How are you? And I hope you had a very, very, very sweet and wonderful night's rest. Welcome to another Thursday morning. Another Thursday morning. The 23rd day in the month of July 2026. And our studio time check right about now is 7:38 this beautiful morning. And it is time for your wonderful and favorite breakfast show, that is the Global Review and the issues in the news. Yes, my name is Sani Abdullah OG, aka Captain Dogo, and I am here with Mr. Paya already to do some justice to some trending topics. Good morning this morning, Mr. Paya.
Yes, good morning, Billy, and good morning to the beautiful listeners out there. Thank you very much for always staying right here with us.
All right. All right, Mr. Paya, thank you for coming in this morning. So, Mr. Paya, there were some rumors going around that the information officers from the Ministry of Information, I heard that their issue has been reverted. How true is that?
Yes, it is true.
Okay.
We've confirmed. So we want to congratulate the Ministry of Information for having the heart to do the right thing. When complaints have actually came up after our program yesterday, we realized that the man in question, talking about that information officer who refused to move from where he has been posted to, have actually threw in the towel, and the person who was being posted to that Premier Welfare Board have actually been given will issue her posting later. So we congratulate the Ministry of Information. That is public service. Sometimes when you think things are going well and they are not actually going well, and when you complain, after complain, if the right thing is done, so I think it's a neat and approach. So we appreciate them. And again, I don't know. You always say charity begins at home.
Yeah, that's true.
Away from Ministry of Sport and the Ministry of Information to the sport in Niger State. This time around, not the ministry, but our darling team, Niger Tornadoes.
Yeah.
There is a kind of holistic reform that is going on in Niger Tornadoes, Minna now. It all started from the dissolution, the management. We have a brand new management. Then it's now come to the coaching crew, then to the players, to the pitch, and we have supporters. We have our many components that form of a team. You look at what the management reform has already taken place. The coaching crew, it has taken place. The players, some of them have left. We're getting new players. The pitch is undergoing renovation. Now we're talking about the supporters club. There is a serious issue in the supporters club. The supporters club, the leadership, their tenure have expired. That's a large story, and they don't want to go. So we want to use this medium to call on Dr. Kuso. You have actually came in with a very wonderful spirit, and you want to rejig the entire system in Niger Tornadoes. Now, you need supporters club, because he have actually told the supporters club that he will be carrying them along in terms of the player they are going to sign. So since there is a total reform in virtually all the components, it is the supporters club that is remaining now. Tornadoes is our darling team. We are telling you so that because the power that be is trying to maintain or against the constitution of the association to maintain the old executive whose have expired. They don't want to go. So Kuso is now up to you, because I think they are leveraging on the one power that is making them to stay, so that when they stand beyond necessary, they will say okay, they should continue. So we're going to watch to see what is going to come out from there.
All right, we'll keep our fingers crossed on the developments that are going on right there. But I don't know, we are seeming to have a kind of situation in the country where when people get to places of power, they don't want to go again.
Yes.
And I think it's an African syndrome, if you ask me. It's an African syndrome. And politics, democracy, it's all about doing a particular amount of time then you go and allow another person to come with different set of ideas again. Let's see what he too can also do. We cannot remain stagnant forever if we just stay in one place without but at the same time we'll keep our fingers crossed and look at what is going on over there. Alright, away from that, we have this bold headline on the Daily Trust newspaper saying questions over 30 billion naira for places of worship. Now this is in the budget. Says questions of treasury allocation of 30.15 billion naira in the 2026 budget for the construction, renovation and furnishing of palaces and execution of some religious related projects across the country. A document released by Public Accountability Organization Tracker, an initiative of budget, revealed that a total of 22.15 billion was earmarked for renovation and furnishing of 106 palaces nationwide, while 8 billion naira was budgeted for projects related to construction, renovation and other related support to churches and mosques across the country in the 2026 budget.
What about the palaces? The emirate palaces.
So all of them
palaces are to be renovated. Are you aware of that? Good morning, listeners. Are you aware that palaces are to be renovated?
That's what we are reading out.
No, it doesn't have ministry. It's not going through Ministry of Works. It is going through, I've sent it to you, it is going through some, shabby mathematical center.
Mathematical center,
They push money to the mathematical center, so okay, go and give Emirates. I think I sent it to you. Did you check?
And Baba, also we have the one that the road project in the Almajiris.
That one is an old story. We are talking of new story. The one that the deputy speaker sent to Ipende, they say is to buy musical equipment for the churches.
Yes, exactly.
No, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
No, look, I'm not against it. Buying musical equipment from the churches for churches is not a crime.
Baba, it's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
Baba, when hospital to do ground.
No. But the problem that is there, what are the status of the primary health care in those areas? Hold on before you bury me.
Say Baba. Say Baba.
I've taken a new direction. Don't rush me. Don't cage me. Don't force me.
So Baba, I'm not just leave you, Jaja.
Because I'm a free spirit. I'm not thief.
Go
check all my years from 1999 to now. I no supply bureau or pencil or chalk. From Kure to date, I never supply chalk or pencil. They don't award me contract. I not bring front. Go and check. So you cannot nail me with either EFCC or ICPC. I'm not thief. I'm not a thief. You are barawo ba ni ba na sata. Babu sata a cikin jini na. Ko mun ga abun ka za mu dauka mu mayar maka da shi. So don't corner me. Those who gave churches money to buy church organ, the churches that want organ to praise God, give them organ. But you cannot give mosque organ because the mosque don't use organ. But we were asking for mosques now to be registered. People just go build mosque anyhow.
Yes.
Mosque and churches must now be registered and monitored.
Regulated.
And then the imams must be on salary. Pay them their salary. Everywhere in the world, even in Malaysia where I went, the mosques are regulated. And it's a government business to build a mosque for each ward unit. In a ward, they will look at the ward. The local government, they will look at the local government. And then they don't build mosque left and right as we are doing here. Every corner there is a mosque. Every house has its own mosque. So there is a cacophony of noise, which is no longer a praise. Instead of they say, okay, come and do Jami, bring people together, people are now compartmentalized. By this is Izala Mosque, this is the Tijaniya Mosque, this is Wahhabiya Mosque, this is a Qadriya Mosque. Sikhism, there is a main mosque, but there is another mosque near the main mosque that have a different ideology. I'm not going into Salat al-Fatih issue. I'm not into that. I'm too learned to be involved in the issue of Salatul Fatih.
Controversy.
Which has already created controversy all over northern Nigeria.
Honestly.
And I never expect somebody in the position of His Excellency should come out and be involved in such type of controversy. A builder is not a raker. You don't rake. You don't break up. The social systems, the contradictions in the social structures are very sensitive. And so that when you join forces with a particular group, the other group will rise up to demand their own rights.
So say?
Am I speaking very good English?
Very, very.
Is it too advanced so that I'll break it to simple language?
Well, with you,
No, I can understand.
Yes.
So if somebody decided to allot funds for churches, there must be a head and subhead where it will come without hiding it. Don't pad, don't hide. Become transparent. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
So, and if they are giving the emirs money, they are already taking percentage of the local government. Yes. What should federal government begin to repair palaces? The palaces are not under federal government jurisdiction; they are under local government jurisdiction. And if you give local government their resources without cornering it for your own aggrandizement, the local government will go and repair the emir's palace without the emir even asking. You see what happened in Kebbi? Kebbi state government gave each emir money to say, go and repair your palace. However you do it, it's your business. We want to bring them Argungu, we want to contest Kebbi palace. And he said the governor gave him money to go and repair his palace, buy new furniture, paint the house, the palace, and then he never asked them which contract, they never nominate contractor for them. The Kebbi state government gave money to emirs to repair their palace. And it's a responsibility of the Kebbi local government, in the real sense of it, the emirs' entourage, their salaries, their vehicles, their maintenance, the emirs' maintenance, and whatever it is, must be under the subhead of the local government. The state has no business buying cars for emirs. The local government should buy cars for their emirs. And the emirate system and the local level should work together in the cause of the good of the people that are in that local area, in the locality. It's not the issue of master and the slave. It's not the issue of worshipping an emir as if he's a demigod. The humble ones are very afraid to be worshipped. Arrogant ones who sit on the uplifted chair and they receive greetings as if they are going to worship him like a god. Go to Kano's palace. I've said it again. NBC, listen to me. Go to how they are worshipping Sonosi. Somebody want to shake Sonosi, they have to clean his hand before he shakes Sonosi. Is that Islam? NBC that is supporting such type of act. I've said it again. Take me to court. Yes, kai ni kotu. To da yake an ce kada a faɗi gaskiya, ya mutum zai zauna ce shi sarki ne, amma kafin kai hannu da sarki sai an goge hannunka, sai bafada ya ɗauko hannunka ya ɗauki riganka ya goge hannunka da riganka, sarki kuma ya ɗan taba.
That's highest level of humility.
Humiliation.
Sorry.
Musulunci kenan? Is that arrogancy or what? Reckless behavior of irredeemable behavior that has nothing to do with Islam.
How can this person speak for his people when he's
how can he speak for his people? He's speaking for himself and his family that have lorded over the people for the past 200 years. We want peace in our society. So move.
All right.
I diverted. Did I?
No, you didn't. Very important. Very important.
All right, Baba. It will interest listeners to know that there have been you talked about budget padding, and in this administration, we've seen allegations in 2024 when Abdul Ningi brought out that 3.7 trillion naira padding allegation that led to his suspension at that period. At 2025, there's under 6.93 trillion naira in National Assembly insertions, as budget identified 11,122 projects worth 6.9 trillion. In 2025, we had 9.11 trillion naira total capital additions. Now we're having the 1.3 billion of the PFIPC again inserted.
How did they insert it? There was something that was going on yesterday. from the investigations. How was it inserted? Because there is a acrimony between the Office of Civil Service, Head of Service,
yes,
and then there was also disconnect because there is a disagreement between the Office of Head of Service and then whatever the committee is talking about. Have you seen it? Have you seen that?
Yes, Baba. Yes, Baba. It was there yesterday. But Baba, again, there was this one again that I think the CBN was accusing, the Office of the Accountant General that the opening of the accounts came from that particular office.
And then what is Accountant General saying?
And they are also denying that they were never involved in the whole scenario. So there's a whole lot of things going on in the background.
Anytime we say something here, people say, I don't like Tinubu. Wallahi, I swear to you, I like Tinubu. I've told you all along, but Tinubu has no cabinet. Those he brought to work for him are not working for him, as anticipated by us, the civil citizens. Oh, I'm saying something wrong again, NBC. Because any statement I make, you mark it. So mark this one. And if I were Tinubu, wallahi, all of them must go. To write my name in gold. Apaya. What do you say about that?
Me, I'm speechless.
Why should we be speechless? Are you afraid to say something?
No.
So that you are not cornered and arrested.
It has been a normal part of our human life now. Life is full of ups and downs, and without troubles, that's the end of life. So we just have to, just does that.
What is Zuma you saying? You say why Peter Obi avoided the debate with him?
Yes.
Zuma, have you finished with the debate?
So it's still having the infantry to even make up.
But let's see what is that. What is the story it's all about?
Yes, the Minister of Works, David Umaria, said the presidential candidate of the NDC, Peter Obi, declined his invitation to a public debate because he knew he could not win a comparison of their records in public office.
Okay, record in getting people dead and disappeared.
However, Obi, during an interview with media entrepreneur Chud, said Umahi must first become a presidential candidate before inviting him to such an engagement. Obi argued that presidential debates were meant for presidential candidates, not for anybody.
You see, every day you wish you wake up without wahala.
But in Nigeria,
but when you wake up, there is always a problem. Any day you wake up and you see a policeman, you are going to get money. Any day you wake up and you see a policeman, you will get money.
100.
Amen. Good morning, Mr. Wasiu. You decided to come here after I had you on BBC this morning. Mr. Wasiu, you choose BBC World Service. You don't want to come to our local radio. I had you.
It's not possible.
No, but I had you.
Yes, you are right.
Sorry, you are on the BBC this morning.
Yes, sir.
Abi, are you not?
Yeah, I was, sir.
And then you choose BBC over Badeggi Radio.
No, sir, not like that.
What happened?
It was a call from one of the reporters on BBC to make clarification on.
Come closer.
To make clarification on one of the cases at hand. So, and as a police public relations officer, you have to respond.
And you spoke very well.
Thank you very much.
So, can you give us our own local rundown?
Definitely.
Since you are now God has brought you, and I've said, wait now, what are you looking for?
No,
are you trying to avoid?
No, we are trying to see so that our viewers on Facebook can get to see the.
There is one thing I want you to understand. Mr. Osiu is very, very busy.
Listen. And that's why if there are people
he's very busy, and because he's very, very busy, you cannot. He's not a common man. That you say anyhow. Even when you go to police headquarters, you have to fill form.
Baba, we are accessible. We are accessible. We are available for the.
Where have I been the last 4 weeks?
Okay. By my monitoring and my interaction with my friend, Mr. Apa, I know Baba was away for some times, and we thank God for Johnny Mercy that you are back.
Yes.
I know you have been outside the country.
I only come to visit.
Okay, sir.
I have intention of going back.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now I have a two location. I now have a location in Malaysia. And then another one, I will come here and spend a month or two, go back and spend a month or two there, because I'm taking medical assessment and treatment. And unfortunately, I've already booked my arrangement with the hospital in Malaysia. Otherwise, I trust Dr. Waziri is capable of managing my conditions. You know, as you age, you run into a situation whereby there are certain aging circumstances.
Yes,
will be asking question. Age will ask you question.
Definitely.
What did you do when you were a young man? Anything you are doing now will be posted when you reach that barrier of aging. That is from 60 to 70. Questions will be asked pertaining to how you behave, how you maltreated yourself.
It will reflect.
So, Oga, you are welcome.
Thank you, Baba.
So, what happened with I heard you talking about a woman trafficking some girls on BBC.
Yes.
Tell us the story again.
Thank you very much, Baba. Before I go into, anytime I'm around, I must always come to our platform because we cherish our engagement with our people. We are very much concerned about informing members of the public what is happening in our society, for people to learn and take necessary caution to avoid such situations to happen to any other person. And before I will answer Baba's question too, it is also very important to give account of myself. Account of myself in the sense that I think for the past 4 or 5 weeks I've not been here. It is also very important for people to know.
We begin to say whether you have been on leave and whether probably 1 or 2 issues crop up that you are very busy, because you are very busy.
Thank you, sir.
Especially when they are doing recruitment and any other engagement. And since you got a brand new DSU, that fantastic IG, Apaya, the man is a complete new person in his administrative and managerial capabilities. That is one of the positive hailing that we can help President Tinubu appointing DSU. If the appointment of DSU will be reflected in other appointments, we will not have the problem of this fake business, fake company, fake ministry, fake account. It will not sound very good to some people.
That's the truth.
But there are a lot of people who are man and Tinubu. Na taba gaya maka wannan an ci amanan shi. Ya yadda da su ya ba su amana kuma sun ci amanan shi. Kuma it's not only federal level. Even some states sun ci amanan Tinubu. Nawa ya bayar na taki kyauta ina yake. I pity Tinubu. He gave out. They diverted it. Abi, if you get warrant, arrest me. So, go ahead.
Well, thank you, sir. I think, as I said, it's very important to let our people know what has been happening for the past few weeks. While we've not been here, we have said this over time that whenever we are around, we don't just abandon our engagement with stakeholders. We don't just abandon because their contribution, their feedback is very important to us. And for the past 4 weeks or 5 weeks or thereabouts, I said, while I have not been around, we had series of activities. I think in one of those weeks we had a training program on forensic and fraud investigation from a team from Abuja. That activities almost took us a whole week as a result of that, because the police PRO has a major role to play ensuring logistics and a conducive environment for the training activities. So that engaged us within that week. We were not on ground, and aside from that week, we also had another engagement where a very senior officer came to the state on our our 2-day official visit, we had DIG Isiaku Mohammed, DIG North Central. He was around on a 2 days official visit to the state to talk to officers and men, convey IG instructions and directive to us to boost our operational capacity in the state. And part of his engagement is to also interact with stakeholders. Stakeholders in the sense that to have first-hand information of what is happening in the state and best way to move forward in tackling some of these challenges of crime. So it was in the government house where it was received by the deputy governor. They had a very robust discussion on security issues in the state, and immediately from the government house we moved to our officers' mess where a lot of stakeholders, the transport union, the labor unions, all other stakeholders, the head of security agencies, all of them were there, where they had a robust discussion, recommendation, contribution. So that week again too was also gone because of that activity. And immediately after that, as if they were targeting police PRO, I was also sent out for a 2-week assignment in another state. So that's cumulating to about 4 weeks while I've not been on air, especially in Badeggi platform. I think last week Tuesday I was on the other platform. I was to come here the following Thursday. Then we went to Kagara again. We were not on ground that last Thursday. Supposed to have come, but our journey to Kagara with state government makes me not to be on ground. But today, we thank God. God has given us the grace to be back here. And let me say good morning to Badeggi family, Baba, Mr. Apaya, Captain Dogo. Good morning to Niger Light, members of the public. It's nice to be here again, and thank you for having us.
Welcome back.
You are welcome. And me, as usual, Apaya is your guest. Go back a bit.
Baba,
Was you Nakani?
Baba, now we are uncle today.
We were uncle, but we cannot promise you. She Nakani. Ama CP Nawani. I cannot borrow you CP.
That I baba say baba.
And you can borrow me was you.
I don't get to that my the kid kaya I did come back.
So Bodaka, Apaya, Captain Dogo, I graciously hand over Wasiu to you to explain himself in the last few weeks that he has been absent. And meanwhile I will excuse myself so that I don't interject because I have that tendency to say, Oga, explain further. Because if I were to interrogate him, I was okay. What happened in the Kagara environment? What happened that the 42 people were burned to death? What happened? What is the state of the investigation? How many people have been arrested? What is the position of the taking them to court? And then what are you doing? How are you strengthening security? Have they provided support to make sure that you put men both in uniform and mufti in that area? Are you gathering information to forestall such occurrence?
Baba, where you want to start from now?
Baba don't shake him.
Technically shake him.
And that is why the media is there to serve as check and balances, form of accountability mechanism to ask questions and inform the public situation of things and give proper perspective of the way things are as it is. So that's this. We understand and we value our relationship with media because it is the media platform we use to communicate with the people. It is the platform will let people know what we are doing and what is the current security status of the state.
All right. Yes, thank you very much for that one. PPRO Wasiu Abiodun Kwana do Wasiu I don't dey.
I hope you need to not get 1 million questions.
I actually want to sympathize with the security. Your sister organization, there is incident yesterday in Koba. I think civil defense lost one of their men on the line of duty when they went to raid.
Based on the reports, see why they raided that place. They were coming back. It's like some persons attacked them around the Koropa, and there were a kind of shootout. Some people were injured. And unfortunately, as you said, maybe one of the personnel of the NSCDC, but I will also suggest you reach out to the PRO who may give a proper perspective of what happened. But from the little reports I got from the DP of Paiko, there was an issue around Light Tapi village and Koropa ISIS. But may the soul of the officer rest in peace. These are some of the hazards attached to the job. In the course of one operation or the other, a situation like this might happen. But that will not deter us from continuing to do our job. But members of the public should also cooperate with security agencies in the line of duty. We are trying to protect lives and property. Then in doing that, we shouldn't be losing lives unnecessarily. Avoidable deaths. These are man-made deaths. These are deaths that can be avoided. They are not natural deaths. So we should avoid, we should be less confrontational. Don't attack security agencies. There are always ways of going about issues. If you have issues, we have complaints, go to the office, approach them, sit down, dialogue, and issues can be resolved by means of dialogue. Confrontation, this is what is always be the result. Losing of lives, injury, and what have you. So let me still say, emphasize that people should please cooperate with security agencies anytime we are out to do one thing or the other, and if there are complaints, follow up to the offices, follow the proper channel. Confrontation, attacking ourselves will not be a solution. We are brothers. Then why should we be killing ourselves? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that one, PPRO. And that's what I was telling. I used to tell people something. You see, the way you approach security officers matter, because they are also human beings too. At the end of the day, they are not machines. They are not robots. So, if you see an officer, greeting himself alone, it's a kind of disarmament at a time. It's very important to understand, because a whole lot of people, once they see security officers, they are always very confrontational. They automatically, it's an automatic something. You just see the
follow it up, and let you probably be convinced that no, these people are not like this. This is what I've just discovered from my interaction and engagement with them.
All right, thank you very much, people, for that one. So, into the business of today.
Yes, for the past 4 weeks or 5 weeks that I've not been here, a lot of things had happened, and we did not just abandon public space. We also want to appreciate our media houses who have been using some of our press releases, our press statements to update members of the public, because we don't want to create that vacuum. We don't want that gap to be there. People need to understand what is happening in our environment. People need to see what security agencies are doing to keep us safe on a daily basis. Peace is not just achieved. It's a deliberate effort of some group of people, some stakeholders, the government, the security agencies, and all persons concerned who must have been working behind the scene to ensure that the state continue to enjoy relative peace. A lot of arrests have been made, a lot of cases have been reported, a lot of events unfold for the past few weeks. But nevertheless, let me just mention some of the recent ones that will be very important for our people to know and to take a clue from, which has to do with child trafficking or human trafficking, as you may want to put it. Baba has just mentioned it, that he had us on BBC talking about arrest of some persons who involved in trafficking of children. I think recently in one of our stations in Madala, I think on 9th of July around 2:30 p.m. A fellow was or a man was arrested, was intercepted in a vehicle conveying about six young girls of ages between, I think they are between the age of 7 to 13 years. This man put these girls in a vehicle all the way from Minna here, all the way from Niger State here, heading to Benin. I think he got these children from Kafinkoro area, Niger State. I think the young man name is Dauda Ayuba of Senchi village in Kafinkoro. I think he's also from that area. He's from that area, and he's like he based in Benin. So he traveled down all the way from Benin to Kafinkoro, being his community. He understands better, and having also gone into a kind of agreement with some group of people or a syndicate in Benin to assist them to get about 6 young girls to be used for different dehumanizing activities, child labor, housemaid, sales girls, and what have you, promising him a lot of juicy package. So he came down to Kafinkoro, lied to the parent of these children, these young girls, that he was taking them to enroll them in school and what have you, but not knowing that he had a different intention. But thank God he was intercepted along the way within Madala, and when questions were asked, he couldn't give satisfactory account, and further investigation revealed that yes, this is a trafficking situation. So it was transferred, the case was transferred to state CID, and these 6 children were rescued. We contacted their parents, and they surfaced. That is when we got to know that he told them a different story, and he was taking them to Benin to do all sorts of activities. It was promised, I think he was given about 190,000 for the logistics of transportation and what have you, and he said he was promised 30,000 naira each on monthly basis on each of the girls, in which they said that 20,000 naira will serve as their salary, and he also get a commission of 10,000 naira. So totaling 30,000 naira to be collected by him, not that to be paid to these girls, will be paid to him directly, whichever way location it might be. He will be the one collecting this money. If he like, if he choose to remit to the parent, which I know he will not. So he also look at this sum total of money, 30,000 naira times 6 in a year. He said he's seen over 2.something million naira. So these are some of the things that I felt this is lucrative for him to go and pick people's children to engage in these activities, and at the end of the day, he continues to make money. Why don't you use your own child? Why don't you have your own children? Even if you pick your own children and you are caught, you still don't have that right over your children, because we still believe children have their rights. There are extant laws protecting children rights, and that is what the Child Rights Agency and other agencies have been doing. In the same vein, a woman too was arrested. I think a woman was also arrested in Minna, I think on the 8th of July around 9 a.m. I think her name is Mary Anthony, 37 years. This woman was arrested around Gurara Gbegano axis with 3 girls, another girls again. When she was intercepted with these girls, we suspected foul play, and she was brought to Pakungu, and questions were put to her. There and there, she confessed that she traveled to Kagariko in Kaduna, that she went to pick those girls from Kagariko. Stories that deal to some of the security challenges in that area. The parents willingly handed the children, the girls, over to her. I think their age also within the range of 8 to 10 years, 3 of them. So she said she picked them from Kagariko in Kaduna, and because she had also trained one of their sisters before. But the story line is that she told them that she was taking them to an orphanage home in Suleja, in the name of there were security challenges in Nigeria. But if you claim that you were taking them to an orphanage home in Suleja, what brought them to Minna? In Gurara area, what were you doing with them in this? Okay, you passed through Suleja Madala before you come to this axis. That was when it became an issue. She couldn't explain further, and we had to contact the parents. They also came down. They discovered that yes, what she told them is different from what because she claimed that she worked in an orphanage home in Suleja, and then she later on revealed that she worked there before, not now again. So the stories were not consistent. So we contacted the parents, said this is what she told them, and at the end of the day, these children were rescued. She was into using these girls for many jobs for her to gain money. And I wonder, when an adult, you yourself cannot engage in a meaningful work that to earn a living, why will you now want to begin to use young girls to do jobs for you to earn income? What is wrong with your own able body that you cannot engage in job activities to fetch you income? I think these are the major story I have been able to pick to come and discuss with our people, that we should take care of our children. Look at the age range, 8 to 10 years, 7 to 13 years, picking some of these girls from one place to another, and you will not be there. You will not know what they will be exposing these girls to. Okay, this is what we have seen. This is what they have said, that they will be using them for housemaid, to sell things, sales girl. What eventually they go into prostitution? Who knows? Who knows? We are making effort with this Dauda Ayuba to be able to travel to Edo to see how that syndicate can be arrested, because it was a woman she mentioned as Iye, with 2 others as a group of people, or as a syndicate who employed the service to go and get these 6 girls and bring them. And at the end of the day, you wouldn't know what they will be using them. And definitely they must have some victims they are making use of in doing one thing or the other for purpose of money. So people should be very careful. When God gives you these children, it's a gift from God, and at the end of the day, you should be able to take care of them. Do the little you can do, and make sure they are comfortable, rather than you I must have cooked a story for you, and at the end of the day, it turns to be a lie. Having said this, I think there are 2 other important things we also need to mention. Within this period, we had so many issues, but I'll just pick a few. We had an issue in Mekunkele, I think Beji. We also have a similar issue in Agaye, bordering on farmers, herders clashes. I think the one in Mekunkele recently happened on within this month, July 7. Where we got reports report from Beji, which indicated that 3 persons, led by one Abubakar Sadiq, attacked one Mustafa Ismail of Gidanwaya while in the farm at Danini village. And as a result of the attack, both Mustafa and Abubakar sustained serious injury, while others fled from the scene. And the injured person were taken to the hospital for treatment. Unfortunately, Mustafa was later confirmed dead, and the other is still receiving treatment. So what really happened in this story? Some boys with animals entered into somebody's farm, and in an attempt to challenge them, a fight ensued. And at the end of the day, 2 of them were injured, the farmer and one of the boys rearing the cow. They were moved to the hospital. Unfortunately, the owner of the farm died. I think that should be Mustafa. The other boy, the Abubakar too, was receiving treatment then. I wouldn't know whether he must have been discharged now. But the point is that because of animal and farm issue, we engage ourselves in a bloody fight, and at the end of the day, a life is lost. The second one is Agai. There was an issue between Ejingi and Kakpi community of villages in Agai. We got a report that it's as a result of lingering land tussle and farm. The land tussle has to do with, I think the case has been in court. One of the community got a judgment in their favor. Then the other community were still using the land. There was farm, whatever on the land. Then the Ejigi community that had the judgment, when in the anger of this land has given, we've won the case, we are now the rightful owner of the land. The procedure is that if you are not satisfied with the judgment, you appeal. Then you are using the land which we have secured judgment on. Then I think in the attempt of resorting to self-help, whether they spray chemical to destroy some of these crops. Then the Kakwe community mobilized and attacked Ejingi people. In that fight, I think one person was shot dead, some other persons were injured. But the point the fact we want to bring out from this, look at the first one, look at the second one. What we are trying to say is that, yes, in our daily interaction, in our daily activities, we are bound to commit one crime or the other. We are bound to affect ourselves one way or the other. But the best thing to do is for you to report to the appropriate authority. Yes. If the young man, the farmer in Beji community, had decided to just report to the police, let the police investigate and intercept these boys who put your animals in the farm, put the animals in the farm, then we will have been able to handle it the way we should. And I've also been saying that we have farmers, elders committee in every local government, in every divisions. comprised of the traditional institution, the Hakimi, the Dakachi, the village head, the DPO, other security agencies, the tribal leaders in that community, and the local government. If these issues come up, that is the essence of that committee, for them to be able to resolve issues amicably and ensure justice. If it's the farmer that is at fault, they will apportion appropriate blame. If it's the cattle rearer that is at fault, they will also apportion appropriate blame. So look at these two scenarios. A death that can be avoided just because you want to resort into self-help. You challenge these Fulani boys or the headers. At the end of this day, you begin to use cutlass within yourself, and at the end of the day, somebody died because of land again and farming. You say, okay, this land belongs to us. It does not belong to us. You went to resort into self-help. Even if this person had planted on the land, come to report to us. We know that you have a substantive court judgment. Then we can now call both parties. If you are still not satisfied with this judgment, these are the processes you need to explore. Go back to the court, file an appeal, let the case continue. And we know what to do. We know we will listen to every contribution and see what can be done. Okay, since you are not, there is a substantive court judgment, you are not supposed to make use of this land. To avoid to ensure there is peace. But okay, this person has planted on your land. Do you need to now go and just spray chemical and destroy the farm? No. Okay, allow him to harvest his things away from your farm. These are some of the things we'll look at. But you resorted into self-help. You went to destroy the farm. Then them too, instead for them to gain themselves, adopted the self-help approach, went to attack, and at the end of the day, there's loss of life. Life that is given to us by God preciously. We are now taking it carelessly from ourselves. So these are the issues we have come to sensitize our people on. These are some, and there are lots. There's no need of bringing out as well as not to make it as if the state is on fire. And we also know what happened in Kagara. I don't need to go into details and look at the tour of the executive governor moving from one location to another location, talking about peace, talking to all stakeholders to embrace peace. He made so many comments about farming issue where farmers should not farm onto the shoulder of the road to allow passage for animals. And farmers too, these are the guidelines they need to adopt. And the bulk responsibility, the bulk of this responsibility lies on our traditional leaders. The Hakimi, the Dakechi, they have a major role to play in ensuring peace in our society. You are a villager, it's not a ceremonial position. You must continue to engage your subject. You must continue to utilize the local government official. You must continue to use security agencies. When there are issues, you quickly intervene to ensure that it doesn't spark into something serious. And look at Kagara issue because of little land issue. Look at what it generated to. There was an issue in Borogu too. There was loss of life because of land and minor arguments, because of one little things that can be resolved within ourselves. Dialogue, we'll sit down on the right table, we argue, we are bound to disagree to agree, and at the end of the day we arrive at a logical conclusion. So we need to go back to the drawing board. This is farming season. We must find a way to solve these farmers headers clashes rather than killing ourselves.
You're talking about this dispute. There is another one in Poto versus Kito village.
You see?
Isn't that, I think there is a loss of life. And I think Poto people...
Poto, is it not within Mokwa area?
Yes. And they came to this road, and as it is now, even they say they are coming. In fact, I was almost called yesterday. But they didn't come again. So it's unavoidable, because that of Poto, they said at a point somebody was farming in his farm. They took him to Keso village. Because of that crisis, they beat him off. Yes. They burned him to ashes and threw his body on top of water. And they are now coming to courts to seek redress. He was just talking as whether they have not gotten what they needed in the courts.
Yes.
And they said they're going to say, when they come, then so that
just as you said, you see, you are bound to have grievances, but how you pursue your rights under the laws of the land is very important. Going to the court if there are issues, just as we are, if we are investigating and you have complaint, we'll tell you to come forward, let's look at it, we'll follow it up, we'll monitor. If there are also issues in court, you must have a licensed person that you can go to. One of those there was a day I was talking about licensed person from the court. I think I later got somebody when there are issues, we'll talk. I'll complain to him. This is the complaint we have. He will make inquiry. He will get back to us. So even you, if you are in court and there are challenges, there are area of grievances, there are areas you are not cleared of, approach their licensing officer who may be able to put things in proper perspective for you. And if you have very germane observation, he may also take it into consideration and present. But if you have not come out to let him, to engage him and bringing out some of your observations, they may not know. But coming out to speak, tendering your issues so that your issues can be addressed. But concealing your issues, concealing your observation, and running unnecessary grievances and more money, at the end of the day you engage in self-help, you discover that you will not be at the receiving end at the end of the day. You will be blamed at the end of the day for taking law into your hand. But we understand you can be angry over certain issues, but take your anger to the right authority and let them know what are your complaints so that your complaint can be addressed. There must be solution to every problem.
But sometimes, without due respect, somehow probably the government,
handle some
issues. That is what is calling chaos. Okay, now let's look at the people of Gaba. I know you are very much aware of that incident in Gaba. After some lives have been lost, they killed and mutilated people. They went to court and there was a judgment that they have been sentenced to death, only for them to come and enjoy, clemency, or what they even call it, And the people they came to this radio with their lawyer, with a very bulky, court proceedings. And what the lawyer was saying, the police, the lawyers, everybody was being put to task after all the job, the prosecutor after all the job, and they were able to secure judgment. And somebody just wake up and just grant clemency to them, pardon them. The people who lost their own after following the due process, to the extent they go to police do follow all the righteous process, went to court, and they got judgment. So every component part have actually discharged its own responsibility, only for the most exalted seat now to do the right thing, and look at what came out of it.
Let me paint another scenario just to buttress what you are saying. I think there was a time the federal government made some announcement on some pardon issue related to what you are saying, and a lot of Nigerians cried out. There were public outcry, there were criticism, and what happened, if you could recall, I think the government reversed that thing, and they looked into it and make necessary amendment. What am I trying to say? If the government takes certain decision and you are not comfortable with it, what do? Make your official complaint. Government, we are the government, and we are also bound to make mistake. If government takes certain decision and you are not comfortable, what effort have you also taken in ensuring that you push your idea, you push your grievances, that based on this decision that government have taken, we are submitting our own observation? Have you taken that step to submit your written complaint to the same government to have a second look into the decision that they have taken based on these things that happen between you and this group, and these are your observations, these are your thinking, this is the clear picture of what happened, and we are aggrieved for these steps the government have taken? Then let the government look at your complaint and have a say. Government can also make a reversed approach in this regard. I just have to make table this example that I remember when federal government made a list of group of people to be pardoned.
There was an uproar there.
There was a lot of complaints from different angles, and there were public outcry, and the government had no choice than to resign their decision and verify. I think they even made some apology.
Yes, of course.
That they were deceived. Some people made some input on that list that are not supposed to be, and they went back and verified the list properly, and the right thing was done. So, but what am I trying to say? If you now feel that because the government has taken a decision, then you want to resort into self-help, that will not help you. You must follow due process in taking certain decisions. For example, again, you made a complaint in the police station to report a case, and you are not comfortable with the way that case is being investigated. You go to the appellate authority. What do I mean by appellate authority? You go to the area command that is above the divisional level, who can also ensure check and balances, and okay, direct the DPO, okay, transfer the case to the area command, or what is the case you are doing, intervene and look at it and ensure the right thing is done. If you are still not satisfied at the area command level, you come to the state command headquarters. So you continue to go to the higher authority in form of appellate body to appeal whatever circumstances you are going through until you explore all these processes. There must be solutions somewhere.
Yes.
There are so many times you may also not be comfortable with the decision of the state command. You go to the zonal command. At times some people go to the force headquarters level. So these are ways to pursue your rights in proceedings. Just the way in court you come, you are not comfortable with the decision of the High Court, you appeal until matters gets to Supreme Court, and at the end of the day a decision will be taken. So we are still making this appeal to people that self-help is not the issue. Some people still don't know that when there are challenges, when there are cases, you need to report to security agencies, and that is why we are making emphasis on this. We know that this is farming season. To avoid problem, to avoid trouble, please, when there are issues, report to the security agencies, report to the Hakimi, report to the village head. Even local governments must be fully involved, because we know the what we passed through in the past few days from several communities because of land, because of farming, because of farmers' herders issue. So I've been mandated to come here to talk on this, despite the fact that we have just mentioned two things: human trafficking, taking care of your children, know who you entrust your child to. Then this farming issue, we should please shield ourselves from fighting and using dangerous weapons against ourselves. Let us follow issues, let us make use of dialogue, let us utilize the appropriate authority to address our grievances rather than fighting ourselves. Life does not have duplicates. When you kill your brother, what are you going to gain from it? Will his life be added to your life? No. There must be a way to solve this issue. So report to the agencies that will assist you. Report to the police, report to the security agencies, report to the traditional institution, and every person that have one role or the other to play when issues are brought before you, please take necessary action, because that's another issue. People, by the time we begin to allow people to talk now, they may tell you that when you report issues and nothing is being done, what do you do? So people, the actors too, that are supposed to take one step or the other, should also ensure that right things is being done to ensure justice for people, because where there is injustice, people will engage in self-help. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you very much, PPI, for that one. You've spoken extensively this morning. So I think this is for us, so we can take it to the phone line.
Thank you.
All right, let's take it to the phone lines. All right, 091385790001. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning this morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yes, we can hear you guys fine. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Only Kakachi, I greet you.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Usman Yawa Siraja.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm fine, sir.
PPRO.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Honestly, I must confess, you are living up to your professional responsibility. I must say this. No, you know, we always have misunderstanding, and now we understand ourselves better.
We are bound to disagree to agree.
Thank you very much. So we should agree with each other on a specific, on professional aspect. You see, PPRO, honestly, I always commend Niger State Police Command. Commending them, like what we have been hearing about other commands involving in one unprofessional conduct or the other. Honestly, we have not found it, but we have never gotten a report of such one here in recent time. How can you imagine some police officers in faraway Abuja going to extort the chairman of ICPC of 53,000 naira, and he will go to POS and withdraw the money and give them? It sounds very, very unprofessional. You see, let me just make our own point here clear. Some weeks back, the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs addressed a press conference alleging the involvement of two of the officers of the command of rape of a 13-year-old girl.
No, 3 men, including a policeman. 3 men, which also include a policeman.
Okay, but the impression created is that the girl in question that was raped was allegedly being in possession of a stolen fowl, and at the end of the day, she was also arrested. And we became worried, disturbed. I said, well, what is happening? And that was why I came to office that time. You were not around. You went for this training workshop.
All right.
You see, we became disturbed. Then, when the whole thing is not even balanced, we stay out of the report, which is expected of us. Not until sometimes ago, I read your press release concerning that also, giving the true clarification of it.
Yes.
What is the position of the police officers involved in this matter?
Noted. We will respond. Thank you.
And secondly again, there was this issue. I came to your place and you confided on me that I should please, in the interest of the
I'm with you. Go on.
In the interest of the state, I should leave the story. I don't want to mention this the issue. You are aware of it.
Okay.
What is the position of the matter now, please? I don't want to mention it on the air.
All right.
What is the position? Because it involves people of the state. It involves me and you, and any other person in that studio. We want to know what is the position of the matter.
Thank you. No
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, please let's try and stick to 2 minutes at the top to the time, please. Thank you. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Billy and Minna.
Yeah.
I remain Comrade Ahmed. I'm calling you from Minna.